All right, guys, we are live. What's happening? We had a little bit of a hiccup last time I went live and it kind of froze up. Hopefully everything's working now. We are talking about the perfect draft. Excited, guys. Happy Thursday night. Ready to dive in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully we're working now. I'm excited, guys. It is full force draft season. Happy Thursday night. Gonna dive into this. Drop your comments below, guys. Smash it, tap it, slap it. Hit the thumbs up. We're gonna dive into the perfect draft, everybody. Smash that thumbs up. Let's make some noise. Get those likes up to 1 million. Wait till everybody comes in. I'm going to talk a little bit about some news and notes here, and then we're going to get to the perfect mock draft, and then we're going to do a Q&A. But I want everybody to hit the thumbs up. We need to amplify this message. Everybody that's in here, per person, per thumbs up. So let's get these thumbs up, guys. Again, we're talking perfect mock draft. Welcome to the show, guys. Draft today. Edmondo says, we got a draft today. Awesome. That's exciting, man. I'm super pumped. Welcome to the draft, guys, to the live, and we're talking draft here. Just going to go on Instagram Live. Tell everybody to head on over here as well. Live everywhere. Live everywhere. So, guys, I want to talk about the perfect draft. Again, I want to talk about some latest news and notes. Where is Breaking Brad? Breaking Brad, where are you?
We now have breaking news.
Jahan Dotson is with the, I don't really care about this news. Like, do you guys care about this news? Dotson with the Eagles. Like, I really don't care. So, Jahan Dotson and a 2025 fifth-round draft pick were traded to the Eagles in exchange for a 2025 third-round draft pick and 2 7-round draft picks, according to sources. So, I mean, Jahan Dotson sucks. Like, I have no desire to draft him. Don't care at all. Guys, by the way, I'm on Instagram as well. Jump on over to YouTube. I'm doing the perfect draft. I'm telling you guys how to get the perfect draft on my YouTube channel, guys. So head on over to, guys, right now on my YouTube, right now, Fantasy Football Counselor. Click subscribe, turn on the bell for all you guys on Instagram here. I'm super energetic. This room is booming here on YouTube. We're crushing it. #1 fantasy football podcast, guys. No second place here. This is the #1 channel on YouTube, on Instagram, everywhere. I will not be outworked, guys. I am #1 because I'm the only one giving guys honest advice. So head on over, guys, to my #1 podcast on YouTube right now, Fantasy Football Podcast, at Fantasy Football Counselor, guys. I'm super excited. Head on over there right now. I'm going to watch you guys just all transfer over to the YouTube, okay? So, YouTube, again, perfect draft. We're going to do a Q&A here on YouTube as well, and then we're talking latest news notes. So I'm hanging out with everybody, hanging out with Breaking Brad. It's super exciting, guys. It's amazing. Lion mentality. If you haven't gotten 16 rounds, guys, before we start the show, every night, 8:30 sharp, I'm on. We're just getting started here. Make sure you guys grab the 16-round draft solution right now. Sleepers, breakouts, optimal players drafted in each round. Everything you need to crush your league. Your league mates won't even know what hit them. Go grab 16 rounds. It's in my bio down here below. You'll be light years ahead of the sheep. Okay, guys? Super excited, guys. I'm really, really excited. And the room is booming right now on YouTube. We are in prime time. Okay, prime time, everybody. Everybody knows 8:30 sharp. We are on live. So head on over to my YouTube, guys, and let's get rocking. Talk to you guys later on Instagram, okay? I'm checking out of Instagram. All right, back to YouTube here. All right, so let's talk about the perfect draft here. Wait till more people come in. Let's get rocking with this. Dotson leaving Washington increased. Yeah, Ben Sinnott, I do like him as a sleeper. Now I like him more. I mean, Dotson wasn't much of a thing anyway. I wasn't concerned about Dotson at all. The guy sucks. So now he's with the Eagles. Some people are saying it's a three-headed monster there. Yeah, very possible, but I just don't see why the Eagles need him. Like, why do you need Dotson? What has he ever done? Like, he's done nothing. So I'm not really like, oh man, I got to have Dotson, or like, he's not even on my radar, especially being a wide receiver, 3 on his team, 4. Like, I have no desire to draft him at all. So Dotson, I'm completely out on, but it is breaking news and we have to cover it, okay? I want everybody to hit the thumbs up. I'm actually watching this on YouTube, guys, and it's pretty pathetic, man. This is pretty pathetic. We need to get these thumbs up, guys, okay? So let's smash thumbs up here on YouTube, get the message across, and we're talking about the perfect draft, okay? So what makes a perfect draft? Let's talk about it. First of all, it's all in the 16-round draft, so that'll give you a perfect draft for sure, okay? But what you need, guys, is a balance, okay? So particularly for 2024, I like a balance of like running backs early. Like you got your workhorse running backs early, you get an ace quarterback, you balance it out with a ton of sleepers at wide receiver, and then you back everybody up. So that to me is a perfect roster. Now, who exactly to draft in each round, that's all laid out in the 16-round draft solution. But if you go 0 RB, meaning you avoid the running backs in the first couple rounds, you are making a major mistake, okay, guys? A major mistake if you miss out on those early round running backs. That being said, there is a ton of sleeper running backs that could really, crush it this year. You got Audric Estime, Tyrone Tracy, if he stays healthy. You got Kamani Vidal, right? Kamani Vidal, write that name now. Vidal, don't stall, draft Vidal, right? There's a ton of rookies that you want to stash. I think Braylon Allen could be solid as well. Now, again, I'm looking at the thumbs up, guys. I'm very this is not line mentality. I'm really, really disappointed. My kid wanted to spend time with me tonight, my kids. I said, no, I got to hang out with, fantasy heads like myself, in the studio. And I gave up time with my kids so that I can hang out with you. So I'm asking for a thumbs up. So guys, let's smash the thumbs up, guys. Let's get the thumbs up. Let's drop the comments. I'm going to be doing a Q&A here for you. And oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys know, but the Fantasy Sports Summit was amazing yesterday. Let me give you guys a quick update here. It was awesome. I had the players come in. Pat Freiermuth was great. He looks like he's going to get an uptick in production. That's awesome. Frank Gore Jr. looked like he revealed that Keon Coleman's going to be amazing this year. Frank Gore Jr., running back for the Buffalo Bills. Guys, I'm excited for Frank Gore Jr. If he gets an opportunity, that guy is good. Rashid Shaheed should get an uptick. He said that as well. And I motivated Trey Benson yesterday. It was awesome. Trey Benson is motivated because of me. There you go. So I'm excited, man. It was a really good summit. Everybody was there, had a great time. I gave away a PS5, which was pretty good yesterday. I think a guy named Tyrell won it. Super nice guy. He was at the Fantasy Sports Summit. The energy was high. If you guys didn't come, you missed out. Excuse me. Drop your comments. Sometimes when you talk a lot, your throat gets dry. Try talking a lot. Okay, let's get to some questions here. And that's where having a co-host is good because hold on, take this for a second. You talk. I'm gonna. So I'm just doing this, okay? Get my breath back. All right. So Quentin Messenger, thumbs up. Quentin, were you there at the summit? Who was at the summit, guys? Drop a comment. Cup over Puka, better value. Some people ask a question. Cup over Puka. I'd say better value, man. But I'm personally staying away from both. Jonathan Hernandez, what's up, man? Got a question here from Messenger. AJ Brown or Wilson, and then Barkley and Henry at pick 10, 11, 10-man league. What do you think? Yeah, man, you could combo, okay, you can combo a wide receiver and a running back in the first 2 rounds. I'm okay with that. You don't necessarily have to go running back. You just don't have to do it. You honestly don't. So I think you're good. But what I like to do is I like to get those 2 running backs the first 2 rounds because there's a big fall off. Now, like I said, there's a ton of running backs that could emerge, but there's more wide receivers that could emerge that are in more secure situations. So if I'm drafting a guy later, I'd rather get a Keon Coleman, who's going to be the one on his team with a ton of void targets, than a suspect running back like James Conner or whoever's coming off at that ADP, right? So guys, you got to start thinking logically. You got to start using some common sense, and you got to get the 16-round drafts because that's going to make you guys crush your leagues, okay? So I want to talk about the perfect draft again. The main elements you want is you want to aim high in the depth charts because, I keep talking about this, man. It's there's so many mistakes being made in those early rounds. If you take nothing from this video, just don't draft those wide receiver 3s in round 2. Nico Collins had 100. I just want this point to hammer home, okay? 109 targets for Nico Collins last year. That's without Dell, and that's without Diggs. Now you've got a healthy Dell and a Stephon Diggs there. And you're telling me that Nico Collins round 2, and that's just one example. DJ Moore, who's the one there? I think it's Rome Odunze. Give me Rome Odunze. But I don't want to draft any one of them because I'm not sure who the one is. So again, if you want the perfect draft, here's a couple tips, okay? You want to aim high on the depth chart. This is very, very important, all right? Aim high on the depth chart. Get those wide receiver ones, get those running back ones, get guys that are in a position they're going to succeed. This is very, very crucial, okay? Balance your roster is tip number 2. You want to balance your roster with guys that are secure in the early rounds, not Nico Collins round 2, because you don't know who the one is there. So balance your roster with guys that are guaranteed to get production, right? Drake London's guaranteed to get production. He's going to be the one on his team. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get guys that are going to be the one. Marvin Harrison, he's going to be, there's no competition there. Like, I know he's a rookie, but I'd rather have Marvin Harrison over Nico Collins all day because I know I'm getting an elite talent wide receiver that has no competition. So that's very, very important, okay? And then after you get your secure guys in the first 5 rounds, or what I explained 16 rounds, the sneaky 7, then you start, going for those home run hitters, or even guys that are still on top of the depth chart. Like, I'm in round 10 getting wide receiver ones, okay? I'm getting Nico Collins round 10. I'm sorry, not Nico Collins. Oh my God, I got to get that guy out of my head. I'm getting Romeo Doubs round 10, and I'm getting a wide receiver 1. And that's it. Like, you got to start aiming high on the depth chart. If you're going to take a chance on a wide receiver who may or may not be the one, which I think, Doubs is the one, do it, in round 10. Don't do it in round 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? So to have the perfect draft, aim high on the depth chart, balance your roster with a good mix of secure guys and your home run hitters, okay? And again, all this is laid out in 16 rounds, all right? And we'll get to Q&A. So drop your Q&A, guys. Hit the thumbs up. I'm still not seeing a ton of thumbs up, guys. I want to see it go crazy, okay? I usually just stay till 9, so we're going to cut this short. I want to stick to the half-hour time limit, okay? So honestly, guys, like, you got these wide receivers coming off in the early rounds. They're an absolute disaster. Someone says Green Bay has no one. They got Romeo Doubs. He's the one. Romeo Doubs is the clear-cut number 1, period. I don't care what anyone says. Buffalo Bills, clear-cut number 1 is Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman should be drafted in the first round. I want to go on record by saying Keon Coleman should be drafted in the first round. Why? Diggs was being drafted in the first round last year, and I get a better Diggs. Sign me up. Keon Coleman, round 1. That's where he should be drafted, but you can get him. I'm not saying do it. That's where he should be coming off. That's where he's going to be coming off next year. That's where Sam Laporta was drafted 9th round last year. Now they're drafting. Why are they drafting him in the 2nd round? You guys weren't on him. Like, nobody was on Sam Laporta. Now all of a sudden they are. Like, come on, get out of here. So to have the perfect draft, you need to, again, aim high on depth chart, balance it, make sure you get those home run hitters. That's a big part of it. And there's more, right? When you're drafting, you got to follow the Cuddy system. You got to have players that are consistent, upside, durability, depth, and youth. You got to have all these elements, guys, when you're drafting a wide receiver, okay? Again, if you want the perfect draft, grab the 16-round draft solution. These are just a few of the tips here in this video here for you guys, okay? I want to stick to the time limit here. I start at 8:30. I want to finish right at 9, and that's the goal of these lives. Every night, 8:30 sharp, 9 o'clock finish. So let's get to some Q&A here for you guys. Let's get to it, okay? So Q&A. We need a Q&A guy. We got the breaking news guy. We don't have a Q&A. There's a ton of questions here. There's like 1,000. Let's start off with a couple here. Viva San Antonio says, and hit the thumbs up, guys, okay? Kyren Williams or Derrick Henry? That's a great question. That's a tough question, Viva. I'm leaning a little bit Derrick Henry just because I like that offense. I like, he's just a beast. There's no competition there. There's no Blake Corum I got to contend with. I do think Kyren has a good season, but that injury last year concerned me. Having Kyren on my show, he's very confident, right? Like, go back a couple episodes. Go back to a top 10 episode probably like 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. I had him on the show where it was a full interview. And after you listen to him, he's amazing, man. Great, very confident. Thank you, Viva, for the question here, okay? Let's keep going with the questions here. Again, I lean Henry, but I think Kyren has a good season as well, as long as Blake Corum doesn't get in as well. Where do I start here, man? Let's keep going here with the questions here. I'm in Ohio, just south of you. Awesome, Jonathan Morris. I appreciate it. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, guys. Hit the thumbs up. Drop the questions below. Would you rather keep Tyreek in the 2nd or Puka in the 10th? I'd go Puka in the 10th round. I mean, Tyreek sounds like good value. I think he's going to be safe. I think Puka busts on his ADP, which is round 1. But in the 10th round, that's really good value, barring any type of injury. Just don't expect the same Puka from last year. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Let's go here. Let's keep going. Michael says he was at the summit. Here we go. What about a super flex 3 quarterback league? Who would you draft? That sounds like a general loaded question here. 3 quarterback league. Who would you draft? Are you talking quarterback? I tend to wait on quarterback. I did a super flex league and I got top 3 running backs. And then I had like Kirk Cousins as my starter. I don't care because I know who the sleeper backup quarterbacks are. Like I wait on quarterback. I don't care. I get all the running backs. I get all the skill positions. I smash everybody. Smash them. That's what I do. Let's go here. Are you considering Marvin Harrison a wide receiver 1 or McBride? I'm not really a McBride advocate. I like Marvin Harrison for sure. That's an easy one. I don't believe McBride's that good. I don't believe in it. He's not the tight end that I like. Not crazy on him, to be honest with you. There's better tight ends out there. Maxim Jux, what's up? Jacques, hopefully I pronounced that right. Zay Flowers or George Pickens. I think they're both safe. I'm not really over the moon crazy about these guys. I'd probably lean George Pickens a little bit. But again, my concern is like, why would you look at Ayuk if you have Pickens? That's my concern. Like, do they not have faith in him? I don't know. Here we go. For TV, Keon Coleman or Ladd McConkey. Love them both. I'd probably lean a little bit Coleman now as we're getting closer to the season, but I think they're both great talent. Rapid fire. Keep the questions coming. By Jen Henry, then wide receiver who has the potential to be a 3 in round 3 besides Neighbors. Again, it depends on who falls. Like, you could go Mike Evans if he falls. I think he's safe. But typically, if I miss out on a wide receiver in round 2, like a Drake London or a Marvin Harrison or someone like that, if Garrett Wilson falls early round 2, I tend to kind of avoid that position in round 3 if I don't get Neighbors, okay? Good question, though. But again, no one really I like. I mean, Pittman's around that area. But again, it's just like the Pittmans of the world. Your DK Metcalf, I don't care for. DJ Moores, I don't care for. A lot of 3-headed monster situations going on there, which I can exploit that and get, other positions I explained in 16 rounds. Here we go. What's up? Too many questions here. 16-man draft at pick number 7. Who would you draft? I would say the best available running back. 16-mans. I hate doing 16-man leagues. I hate doing 14-man leagues. Just way too much dilution in the talent. No matter how good you are, I would still win these leagues, but I hate them. I don't like my top tier talent being taken. I don't like 12 is spreading it thin. I love 10-man leagues because I just smash those right through the roof. But 16-man, it gets really diluted, but you definitely want to get a running back by Jan Brees, ideally Saquon, someone who's going to be a workhorse because, again, that position is going to run a lot thinner, a lot quicker in a 16-man league, okay? What defense do you think? Jets, Cowboys. I lean a little bit Jets. I looked at these guys' matchup. I like the Ravens, but the problem with the Ravens is they have really tough matchups this year. Good defense, but I think I'd lean Jets here out of the 3 here. Cowboys could be safe as well. CeeDee Lamb or Brees, always running back. CeeDee Lamb holdout is a concern. Then you got Jamar Chase as well. Again, Jamar Chase, potential holdout, CeeDee Lamb. You got these wide receivers. There's a ton of wide receivers later. You're looking at a pinnacle year from CeeDee Lamb, which is going to regress a little bit. I would pass on CeeDee, get Jake Ferguson later. He's the guy to own in with the Dallas Cowboys. And Brees Hall, if you do get Brees, which I recommend in this scenario, make sure you just get Braylon Allen later. Again, let me repeat. I don't like to handcuff. I never like to handcuff. I believe in my starter, but my intuition is telling me if you got Brees Hall, get Braylon Allen. Because, again, Brees Hall, I want to see a full season. He had pretty much a full season yet last year, but I really want to see another season where he absolutely tears it up. But I still have a concern. Is he going to do it? And I just feel that Braylon Allen's a beast. I'm concerned on how much volume he's going to get. Kyler Murray, comeback player of the year. I doubt it. Super flex league, best advice. I would say, again, I go running back early. Just take all the skill positions and get the best available quarterback. Don't wait too long. I would say if you can get Love, but Love comes off early, Kirk Cousins is kind of your stopping point as well, okay? What's up, Steve? Steve in the house. It says, would you go Saquon or Garrett Wilson at 1.1? Now, I lean running back. I think Garrett Wilson has a great year, but I just think there's so many other good wide receivers later on that are going to tear it up and surprise. I think a lot of rookie wide receivers are going to surprise people this year. You're going to be pleasantly surprised with these rookie wide receivers, okay? Byjan or Brees? This is a great question. I get asked. I lean a little bit Byjan. Now, there was talk in the news today that Algier is going to get more work, goal line. I call BS. He sucks. I don't believe in him at all. Algier sucks, but we don't know what animal we're getting out of Braille now. He could be an absolute monster this year. Who is just your least favorite player? I don't know, man. I don't like Tyreek Hill. I'd say Tyreek Hill. I don't like his off-field stuff. He annoys me. Who else really annoys me? I don't know, man. I'm just not. I don't know. There's a bunch of players that annoy me, but Tyreek Hill is probably one of them that gets on my nerves a little bit. End of second round, early 3. How do you feel about ATN? ATN's safe. I just personally do not like him. I'm just not an ATN fan. Not really crazy about him, okay? Guys, hit the thumbs up. Got a couple more questions here. Is Benson going to take over Connors eventually? What were the vibes from the summit? Yeah, man. I mean, he's not going to say that, but he's confident. He's absolutely confident. So I would say, yes, he's going to take that job. He's the far superior running back out of the two easily. Beth is going to take that job. How soon? I don't know. My guess is as good as yours. Hopefully week 1. I've got a lot of Benson stock. I believe in him. He's the man. Connor's washed. He's old. I don't care what anyone says. He's not the one. So that's who I like, okay? So hit the thumbs up, guys. Smash it, tap it, slap it, hit the thumbs up. I appreciate you guys being here. I got to go do a show for tomorrow morning. Every morning, 7 a.m., I'm here. Go grab 16 rounds right now. You guys are going to crush your leagues. Have yourself a good evening, guys. 8:30 night every night till 9, Monday through Friday.